be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. Next level. One of the best. Everything. I am the place. Remember me.
I'm Gonzo. Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm Gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro, Monica, you're wrong.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. This defense for the Cards, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man, don't do that.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Seahawks had 10-3 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
2nd down and goal. Jackson, touchdown! Drake London, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, so good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They try to throw it on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there. And I think he was more fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. He can get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Murray going to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. That last sack puts Murray in the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Adams the man in motion right. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start with the option, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10.
That's usually the hallmark of a good run defense. Running back is making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Right there, we can do it.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end, Dredd.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals will take over here just shy of the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the 1st half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that run game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they help their defense out as well.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 right around the 9-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Chubb on the read option. And a short pickup here as they get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And going right back to Walker. 53 yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson into the hands of London. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Murray now on 1st down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna-Nwosu has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in here by Patrick. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that, I would say.
You mean it actually crashed your mind? With him winning the team, that he could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there and playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one goes for 24 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how
this is live, Zombie.
To be. 70 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Jackson to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
These guys, so they're not hiding what their intention is. They're actually showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
From the gun, it's Walker. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Here's Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 33. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
To throw is Murray. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for some...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and seeing the ball down the center.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This play worked. Trying to see the protection he needs, and decided to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Wide open receiver complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw, Murray. It's caught inside the 25. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Murray. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. So the victory here for Seattle. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Seahawks, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.